filtering and taking tinctures. For taking them, these can be used. Plunger-like things. You will need a jar, funnel, a strainer, and possibly a piece of paper towel. You will also need brown bottles. I have different sizes ready to go. And a funnel. I've got 4 funnels picked here, but that's just what was in the pile. A funnel that will fit in there. Okay. Okay, so in this one, I am funneling mallow and rosebuds. Mallow is really good for the lungs, for coughing, for deep coughing, and adding the rose will also provide vitamin C and B and many other health benefits with this deal. Mallow you can find growing wild as well as the rose. And then in this one, filtering would be my poppies. They look like this when they're all done. And I have more to filter here, but just letting this do its thing. I have to filter those 2 jars as well. And just stick it in there, suck up some in there, and take a dose. You can take 1 or 2 of these, depending on the amount that you feel that you require. Same as this. This also just can be put back in. So different tools that I use to take the medicine, or I suppose one could just take a little sip right out of the bottle, but you want to make sure that it's just your bottle then. Otherwise, use these. Okay, we still have it dripping away here. And you can squish those down with a spoon or fork if you feel. Just hold on to the bottom of your jar so that it doesn't tip on you. Same as these. And I've even reused these, throwing them in ointment making. You can reuse them or just throw them out in the garden. You know, whatever you want to do with the leftovers. That's basically garbage plant material. And so is this. Because you have used the alcohol to leach out all of the medicinal properties. Oh, excuse me. Okay, we'll just sit here and wait for it to filter itself. Removal of the plant material. Mark your label and pour. Jug number 2 of the poppies. It's just still straining. So I'm going to move along to this one here, which looks like it will be the pansy. I just did a little batch because I didn't get too many pansies this year, and this was mostly wild. Like they came up the next year after, just on their own kind of thing. So it won't filter as much, and I need a littler container for it to go into, or glass brown jar to go into after. And same thing, you just can press that down. I'll just use my looks like that one's still doing its thing too. This one won't take as long. I didn't use a paper filter because it's just pansy flowers. It's not root or big chunks like these that you're going to want to filter more. And especially if you're doing a rose one, you get lots of, what do you call that? Resin that leaks through. So any kind of resiny plants you'd want to use the paper towel or cheesecloth or whatever. But I like the paper towel deal. It works fine. Okay. Waiting. There's the little bit of pansy tincture. While this last batch still is filtering of the poppies, this bottle is full. It is a 500 milliliter bottle, and this one's a 250 milliliter bottle that I'll use to put in there the rest. Oops, mallow is done. I also have, this is California poppy mixed with Papavera poppy. It's the root of the California poppy that you want to use for the tincture. I guess you can use all parts of it, but that's the part that I chose for this tincture anyways. You can use all parts of the California poppy to make a tincture. Or you could just use the root, or you could use all of it. I chose Papavera and California poppy to be together because I didn't have too much of the California left to work with. I thought I'd make a tincture out of that one a while back, And then this rose one, it'll still sit for a little while longer, the petals of the rose. And then the ones I did today as well. Earlier I did a rose tincture video. There's the color of the concoction of the rose hips that it's come to by this evening. And that much left, which is probably about 30 milliliters left. And that's basically all there is to it with straining your own tinctures and preserving them and keeping them in bottles, and about how much to take. These you can buy like at pet food stores or whatever too, you know. And these are nice to have, but sometimes the glass will break or whatever too. And so either one of those two work great. And if you do have any leftovers like that and you don't have any extra brown container bottles, just make sure that you use this one up first. You might want to label it too if you're uncertain and you're doing lots like this. And then just store them away. You can use the big bottle and pour them into smaller bottles, or get yourself a few of these that already have this, whichever you desire. That's just some of the ways that I process the tincture remedies. And always a good idea to drink plenty of water when you're taking tinctures. It helps keep everything just where it should be in your body. Water is great. Either take the tincture in the water, straight up in your mouth, or just, if you do it straight up in your mouth, then just drink the water after, or you could put it in your water, however you desire. I generally just take it straight out of the little what you call thing. It's late and I'm tired, so excuse me for the what you call kind of pausing and stuff. Okay, that's it. That's all she wrote. Thanks for tuning in.